If the water wheel was sitting here, maybe it would be totally working. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Timberborn with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful little village out here. We've had a lot of developments over the last few episodes, a few droughts already passed and a few things already built, but well, the most essential points are that we're finally not really that much lacking beavers to work for us anymore. And alongside that, we've also made a little bit of advancements on plans for the future. So we are currently in the process of doing a multitude of things. First things first, building a ton of platforms up here to make sure to be able to expand our village upwards in the near future, hopefully. Secondly, we are also making a little bit of a shift in terms of how we use power, because it appears that through constructing this dam out here, we have messed up our currents to the degree that the water wheel isn't really producing any power anymore. So we're kind of swapping to a windmill for the time being and adding to that some power wheels, which we will also be redesigning today a bit. And well, then apart from that, we will also be pushing our farming efforts a little bit to be able to get even more food in the warehouses for all of our hard-working beavers. So, lots on the list there for today. And you can see, before we get started though, if you're new around here, I just want to quickly ask you to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. If you do enjoy this episode, would of course mean an absolute ton. We're on our way to 1,000 subs, and every single person just always does a whole lot for that. With that out of the way though, let us go ahead. First things first, I would say just get time playing, because I think there is a lot of things here that really just need some build time, and I don't want to overschedule. Overall, the most important bit here would be that we do get our windmill going, because if you'll remember, we would actually like to also get a workshop going in which we can manufacture gears, because those are quite important to future endeavors. For example, for this large water tank that I would very much like to have here, but also for other things coming up in the future. So that is definitely something on the would to have list. And then once this thing is done, or well, I mean, respectively, it seems to be done now, which is awesome. We are absolutely not getting any power output, which is not awesome. I hope you don't have to place these in like ideal spots as well. We'll give it a minute maybe to spool up. Please spool up. If this is also not working, I am absolutely lost, honestly. What I did want to check out with you guys too. No, we don't have any heat maps. Not as far as I can tell. If you do know of any heat maps, of course, let me know. But I did really want to check for any like potential to kind of tell just how strong the current is here. You would think that is actually not all too weak. But you know what? I think it's just that this teeny tiny bit right here, there's no current. If the water wheel was sitting here, maybe it would be totally working. That may be something worth checking out, to be honest, because we would only lose a small area of farmland here, to be fair, and let's try that, right? I am not sure what's up with the windmill now. I hope that'll kind of, fix itself, fingers crossed, but, this, please, demolish, remove, harvest, I don't care, whatever you call it, do it, please. We will also... we do have, we've got more than enough wood. So what we will already go ahead and do is we'll place down another farmhouse as we had planned last episode, so that this can already get going. Now the plan here being, of course, that we will go ahead and basically just get like a straight power shaft going down here first. I would need to kind of be able to tell where I can, because, visually, right? If you look at it visually, the current is strong-ish around here, and only pretty much no current exists there. So my hope is that here we will be able to generate some power with a water wheel. So, that's the plan. That's what we want to try out, right? So maybe we put it here just to ensure that that is actually where there is some stuff, some water flowing properly. And then we will have to wait for that resource demolition, because that is going to take a second till that goes through. Now, we did also want to expand on our power wheels here, because evidently we will need a whole lot more. But look at that! The windmill is going. It's outputting a whole lot of power, which is absolutely beautiful. Very, very happy to see that, I would say. We can go place some more windmills right here. And then, of course, the question of the day will also somewhat be, how and where do we want to go and place that gear workshop? Because we do very much want one, I would say. Just not entirely sure how we go about it. Because the thing is, we could go and pull some power through here and then put the workshop all the way up there. Maybe that is the way that we should be going about things. Then again, do we have this, like... No, we did not have this high power shaft. Technically, we could get it, though. That way we could kind of circumvent this whole issue and just... We'll go and unlock that, I think. I'm not... There was probably something else more important that we did want to unlock, but at this point, well... I did also just kind of accidentally turn that camera while only wanting to turn this. So, the idea then being... Well, the thing is... I'm not too sure if this is the right way of going about things, right? Because technically we could open this up at some point, meaning that we can increase the size of our water reservoir up here, and also make some of this land fertile again, which would be quite nice. In which case we wouldn't be want to be building stuff down here. So maybe I just misspent 80 signs and we should have just done like a bridge or something. We could just put a dam there. I guess that lowers the amount of water we can put into that reservoir though. Probably not put a... Well, you can seemingly put a foundation in here. Does that block the flow of water? We'll just give that a try, honestly. Let's go give it a try. We can take our time for a second, I think, just on the building process of this power grid. We don't want to just rush things too hard, right? Wait, we've got a vacancy but 2 unemployed. How does that work? How do you have a vacancy but at the same time there are unemployed beavers? Oh, I turned it off. Well, right, that makes sense, I guess. So there goes the vacancy. No unemployed beavers left. Beautiful. First platform has been built out there, which is great, I would say. I do have the feeling, I must say, that our builders are not really able to keep up. That said, we will be able to increase this by 1 slot for the builders, and then, you know, maybe that'll boost things already a bit. I do have the strong feeling, though, that over time we probably do want to make sure to build a little builder's hut, whatever it's called in this game, right? It's probably something that we would want. For the time being, though, we'll leave it at that, and we'll leave them building away happily ever after. It's another drought coming. There is another drought coming, so we'll probably not be able to leverage this all too much. But that's not too terrible, because we still have that windmill. We do need to kind of see just how much power it outputs on average, but given that we have that 1 power wheel, I think even if we add the gears workshop now, we're still at a point where we can make things work. Now, I honestly kind of would like to say we add the gears workshop now, because I want that water tank, you know, and I want to fill it up, but, well, currently... I would argue that that is not going to happen all too soon with all these things that we still have in build. It's going to take a long while, honestly, till we have this all ready to go. These things apparently are actually waiting for planks, which is a big issue because, I mean, we don't have many of them. And I am wondering, I mean, we can't just move buildings is the issue. If we put something here now, it's kind of the way that it's going to be. So, what we could do... Well, first and foremost, actually, can we even build this? Do we need planks for this as well? We do. We're not really making enough of these either, to be quite honest with you, at the end of the day. I would be interested. Can we put, like, an output there? Like, can we just move the power through the building? Or does it only accept ingoing power? Maybe we try that out, right? I would like to say we just build something temporarily here. Can we actually? Yeah, these are logs. Not sure why that's not being built, but that's just logs. So maybe we just build something temporarily and we temporarily tear down a thing or two. And then we go from there. Let's go and remove this thing for the time being. Alright? One extra unemployed beaver that we can be working with. So that's good, I guess. We'll be going and scheduling just like a long road of these. And we'll probably delete those eventually. Kind of just move across here. Or just build a little teeny... In fact, you know, we don't even need to cover this whole thing up. We can just build a teeny tiny platform right here. Move this around here and we're done. And the paths can still persist. And we've got a nice little bit of space where we can put windmills and, you know, water wheels and everything. So I guess that's fine, right? Honestly, that's just... We will just build a platform regardless. You know, if it blocks one block of water, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. This is still a nice little bit of an extra reservoir to get in, and it's going to take a while so we can actually demolish this thing. Actually, I mean, I do have this demolish button here. I'm thinking, though, that we should need explosives, probably. Quite sure, at least. So this is the plan, right? Hopefully. Well, for the time being. We'll wait till the platform is ready, and we'll just kind of build around here and delete this one bit of path, because the beavers can still run around the other side, you know, it's not too terrible. How do I remove paths again? I have got absolutely no idea in the world. Delete buildings, maybe? I guess so. So, we'll be using that space currently for the time being just for our power shafts. And we'll be moving all the power around here, basically. Oh, interesting. We can actually put the power into those buildings as well. I had no idea in the world. And then we'll be bringing the power up there, right? And what we'll basically do is we grab wood. We put, first things first, another lumber mill down, because I feel that the planks production is kind of going a little bit slow currently. We hope that that connects, I guess. Put down another one of these. And then we will plan to be putting our first gear workshop out there. The thing is, we won't have enough power for both of these. So once we do have enough planks, we'll probably need to shut down one plank workshop in order to be able to get the gears workshop to work. Because one windmill won't be sufficient to cover all that. That said, I mean, I guess we could just add more windmills to the grid. Which is all nice and fine, but would also require, at the end of the day... Why can I not put that down? Oh, is it due to this thing? I guess so. We can just add a junction or something. Maybe not. Maybe it's just too close to the windmill? I don't think so. It's probably due to the junction, to be honest. Oh, no, it is. No. Yeah, no, it seems to be. Look, that they glitch into each other, so we could go and basically just plan a windmill here. Or, in fact, before we do that, is it possible to kind of offset them a little bit to use the space more efficiently? So not to do this and then, you know, that, but no, that doesn't give it enough space. So it doesn't make a difference. We can just put it here, basically. We will have that plan, but we will need like planks and everything for that, so that'll take ages. And this is kind of the deal now, right? Like, we've got a lot of logs, which is beautiful. I mean, we've made sure to do some good work on that, I would say, to prepare all the amount of logs that we want to build things, and you know, all the stockpiles are filling up like crazy. But at the same time, we're still kind of a bit slow on the whole planks thing. What I would be interested in, do we have any other water harvesting thingies? Pumps up water on one side, discharges on the other, more efficient than a regular pump. Why would I want to discharge it on the other side, though? Maybe to build, like, artificial water reservoirs which we can fill? Oh, wait, we have a stream gauge which measures the depth and flow of water. So maybe that unlocks some level of heat map, or at least detection where it's best to place water wheels. But But yeah, so generally speaking, I guess the topic would be that we would want another water pump, because, well, in fact, I mean, we're not doing too bad for the water. Maybe we just really want that tank to be finished, but that's going to take a little while, as you can see. There's some stuff to complete here. Can somebody, like, really quickly take care of that thing there? That would be nice. Because, like, we've got a water wheel, and it's running, by the way. It's running. So the old one is just sat in a terrible place now. Apparently the flow was already quite slow here, and with the alterations we made with the dam, it just slowed it down so much that it's not working anymore. But, and that is important, out here the flow is still very much good enough. So, well, you know, a little bit of a different placement, and we're at least supplying 13 power, which is better than nothing, I guess. And down here it seems to be flowing even faster, so we'll have points where we can put some down and it actually generates some power for us, which is great, which is beautiful. So, we will definitely schedule that so we can actually use the power, and I would say we definitely tear this thing down because it's never ever going to work again. So we can go tear that down, we can go tear this down, and, well, then we go from there, right? Sounds like a plan to me, at the very least. So, all these power connections being built, which is nice, which is beautiful. We do, of course, have the logs for that, so that should not be taking too long. And then, well, the same deal on today for the plank thingy, so that's quite fine. At the same time, though, the next drought is coming in very quickly, 0.8 days. We'll see how that one goes. But our beavers are nicely pre-harvesting, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, yeah, these guys have harvesting prioritized, which is terrible. We should prioritize planting on their end. Well, in fact, it's been working quite well, having one set of them prioritizing harvesting and the other set of them prioritizing planting, to be quite fair. Doesn't look like we really had any spare spots here that were left open on average, but well, you know, we'll keep it like this for the time being. In any case, our storages are filling up. We've got some unconnected buildings, yeah, which we know about for a long while. Building lacks materials. Oh, right, so the lumber mill is already set up, which is nice. It is connected to power. Is it connected on the other side? It is. So, we can apparently just transfer the power through, which is beautiful. I'm happy about that. I'm not even sure if we need this power shaft in the middle, to be honest. I'm tempted to just try not to build one in the middle, but now that's already set up like that, maybe we try in the next building we add, right? But, well, otherwise, I mean, we're proceeding. We're just kind of low on planks, is the overall biggest issue, but that, you know, it will happen. We do still have 9 free beds, out of which, though, 6 of these are on top of here, so not that free that much anymore. The storage here also full, the other one quite full, so we will need to make sure to, you know, go and expand the set of platforms and hopefully put another storage on top. That said, the drought is coming, so there it goes. We'll see how long the water lasts this time around. I hope for at least a while. Oh yeah, right. That'll stop turning in a second. It's just because, you know, the river adjusts, it flows back, it flows forth, and then at some point the flow will just kind of stop. But yeah, so the intriguing part is that that water's still there. Nope, not anymore. Water is gone officially, and now it's just the water that we have here in our precious, precious, teeny tiny dam. Jesus Christ. The droughts are scary every single time, I would argue. But that said, so the lumber mill is spooled up operations, which is nice. I'm quite happy about that. You still have a good bunch of water in the tanks, which, that said, it does feel like the tanks are actually, yeah, the tanks are slowly but surely, I would say, going down in terms of how much we have in there. So you probably do need to make sure to go ahead and add some more capacity. Now, well, pump capacity, right? We do have enough beavers for that, which is all good and beautiful. I would like to see on the layout of this thing, I guess we cannot place a pump here. We can place one right there, though. So we would need this stuff and then like a little path. Okay. Let's go and demolish some resources again. No, not unmark, but mark. So we would need a path like here. And then this is where the pump stands. And then we can go add another pump because, you know, we need some more drinking water coming in. Beaver population is like quite crazy big, so gotta stay on top of that. I really wonder just how much this is gonna increase in the future. Our need for pumps, like we may at some point just have a huge line of pumps lining the river, for all I know. So while now the dam is always retaining a good bunch of water, let's see how long that water is going to last in the future when we've just got a ton of beavers wanting more and more and more. But we'll be placing the water pump there for the time being. We'll go and slap down a little bit of a path. And is that platform ready yet? It is not. Okay. These platforms here, though, are getting ready, which is nice, which is beautiful. We also kind of need that because there's only 7 beds left now. 6 of those, as I said, up top. So it would be nice to actually get this thing going. And it would be nice to get that thing going. So let's prioritize those 2 so the house has actually hopefully become accessible. In fact, we can go ahead and check out if we do. Yes, we do need to build a path on top of that. So, you know, doing that like this, and then whenever those stairs actually get finished, which I guess is not before tomorrow, we should get to the point where we can actually access these, which is going to be nice. And then, in fact, I think, honestly speaking, we should already probably, well, we should kind of prioritize this, but we can already plan for some extra platforms, right? We won't build them yet. Well, I mean, we will plan them and we will build them at some point, but due to the prioritization, of course, the other stuff comes first, which is totally fine. And, you know, the way that we do want to do it anyway. So we'll be building some platforms through here because I do think we will be wanting to expand upwards rather quickly. Getting more living space going, but also, you know, making sure that we can expand our storages. I feel like they're getting quite full also in terms of food here. 150 already in this small warehouse, so we want to kind of stack up on those 2 and then kind of go from there. So that said, with this extra little bit of space that we've already claimed here, I would say we go ahead and go into housing and we already make sure that we go ahead and provide our beavers with some soon-to-come living space, right? That should be nice. I mean, we do have a ton of logs, so in terms of building houses, I'm not worried in the slightest. In terms of building platforms, gonna be a bit of work, right? So, that's the plan there. What I am interested in, we can build a platform on top of a platform, so I'm not really sure what we want a double platform for, to be honest. Maybe we will find out at some point. Currently, I don't really see the need yet. So, doing this for now, we'll go from there. Now, that said, the windmill is still going. I mean, it's not really all too prioritized. In fact, we have an issue here. The power lines are in the way. We cannot build these like that. I do have an idea. I think we will be building a temporary platform here. And we will be cutting these bushes. Oh, in fact. Oh, no. We will be cutting away those bushes. We'll lay a path through here across there so we can, you know, build a windmill here and hopefully build one like over there in the future as well. Because we do need that space and we do really want to make sure to push our power production, make it ready for the future, especially also considering what we've got going on with the water wheel here. Now, I do have to say, though, that those windmills are working quite well. I'm honestly considering whether we actually want a power wheel, another one, or we just say we move this one up a little bit and we build like another windmill or 2, and as a fallback, we still have a power wheel somewhere around there, but generally speaking, you know, we're not too interested. Look at that. The beavers are actually living in the lodge. All the way up top. The platforms are working. Is that not beautiful? We're starting to stack our village up high, which I really, really like. I think that's the right move, to be honest. I really think that's the right move. Because, you know, in the end, I feel space will be of the essence, especially if you look at just how quickly our beaver population is exploding all of a sudden. We've got like 40 beavers already. And aside that, thanks to building all these inventors right here, we do actually now have 523 units of science. So we can actually go and have a little bit of a look at what we do want to spend that science on. I'm sure we're going to find some good stuff like the Builder's Hut. That'll help us tremendously, I think. And there's going to be tons and tons and tons of other things. So, I would say, in the next episode, we go back and we look at what to do with that science. We'll keep expanding right here, building paths all along and building these platforms and stacking up to the second level, our village. Maybe even starting the third level. And we'll hopefully have this thing ready soon so we can go and manufacture some gears and start work on that water tank, because that would be absolutely beautiful. So, that's the plan right there. And I'm sure there's many, many more tasks going to follow. For today, though, we're ending it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all those things out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.